What's going on, everyone? Ollelito back here with a brand new video on the channel, and today, guys, we have basically a brand new video which I haven't really done before. We are going to analyze our pro game in a competitive tournament versus the former ECHAMPIONS League winner Emre Yilmaz. So I know you guys been watching my Twitch a lot, and I'm doing these kind of plays where I explain everything I do. In this kind of series, I'm going to explain a bit what I do in different kind of scenarios that leads up to goals or when I concede goals, and what's basically what I should have done differently in different kind of scenarios. So I hope you will love these kind of episodes, and let's just jump into today's game versus, as I said, the ECHAMPIONS League winner Emre Yilmaz. So we see previous ECL winner Emre Yilmaz, as you saw there. His team contains checking goal, pretty good defense. Overall, he has Ginola, Ronaldinho, Bellingham, Dembele. I already knew beforehand that this was going to be a very, very tough game. And in general, I think we did pretty well throughout the game. So, Emre has a corner in my end of the pitch, basically. I managed to do this pretty well. I managed to defend it pretty well. As you see, this was on my previous stream. The thing I do here, though, is that I do the player lock with Ham, as I want her to run in space, and I see that he's a bit late in switching. So I select Ham, I do the player lock, and I do the through ball. Because here, I'll just try to aim as deep down as I possibly can. This is great R1 dribbling by me. The thing I'm trying to do here, as I always talk about, is that I see he's controlling Militao in the middle. Then I often have a cutback, which in this case is Vini. So I was trying to find Vini. I found Putellas, but then I see Vini is making a great AI run into the box. So the thing I do, try to play it first touch to Vinicius, and from here it should be easy finish. So Vini makes it 1-0. That was basically the most important thing. The play lock on the wing basically makes that goal, and in general, the play locks on this game are so good, so that's definitely one thing you need to use in EAFC 24. So we see here again, Emre has a pretty good attack here. I think I defended this pretty well. As you see, I'm trying to have different runners all the time. You see Ham is making a great run in behind. You see me, I'm sending Ginola here. And I also see, if I do Borrell on the inside here, I can maybe find him with the R1 pass. I'm trying to do it though, which, is a perfect pass. The thing I should do here, as I see, he's actually trying to get in front of me, Ham, which is perfect defending by him, is to just shoot by myself. The thing I do though is trying to pass it. Unfortunately, Hakimi makes the block, and it didn't really result in a goal. So overall, Emre does really well there with Hakimi, just tracking back and covering basically an open net, which could have led to a second goal early in this game. Then we have, I guess, the game-changing moment in the game. You see Emre is doing this very well. You saw him doing the fake play lock before. So I was still, I'm in a very good line here, cutting the passes with my Militao towards his Mbappe. The thing I want to do here, though, I need to be aggressive on him. Otherwise, he has the open pass to Mbappe. So the thing I do, I'm pressing circle, and overall he's missing the target. But unfortunately, Militao is a bit too late, and this resulted in me getting a red card only in the 15th minute of the game, which basically was going to be super tough for us, right? So the thing I'm always thinking about here, though, when I get a red card, is often that I want to still play the same formation, but of course I need to get another center back in. So the thing I was discussing with my coach here is that, of course, I have Varane on the bench, so I'm going to sub out the player. But the thing I was doing later, because I don't want to show you the whole sequence, is that I played the 3 midfielders, but I didn't play any left forward, I believe. So I basically let Vini go out, and then played Putellas and Valverde, but then got Mbappe into the right CM spot. So, you see, in the background, I played Mbappe right forward, Ginola right CM, and I didn't really have any left winger. So it was very hard for me to attack, but that's one thing that I recommend you to always have on the bench is a center back, mainly now because of the red cards. So, after the pause, he got to take his penalty, and I've been playing with Emre, we're good friends, good teammate as he's been before. I managed to save it actually, which was super nice, of course. Still, holding on to that lead is of course really important this early in the game, because then he still needs to chase, even though I'm one player less on the pitch than he is. So that was a very important moment for me in this game for sure. Okay, so you see me having the space down in my own kind of pitch. Emre had a pretty good chance. You see early, I'm sending Valverde. As you see, he's pointing his arm forward. So the thing I'm thinking about here is that, okay, now I do the player lock towards Mbappe, and then I will have Hakimi making a great run in behind. So Hakimi will push down his defense, which makes him, you see, he's trying to still beyond me with Mbappe, but I know here, for example, you see he switches to Van Dijk, and that's only because he sees, okay, Hakimi is about to make a great run in behind, he can't play him if I'm not selecting him. So the thing I do here is I'm buying myself time to get into position. So the thing I did here is that I'm just doing a long touch with Mbappe, taking as much space as I possibly can. I see now I can't really do anything towards the first post because he's still covering it. So I'm doing ball roll away from the defender and then doing the scoop turn, the ball roll into scoop. And then I find Hakimi here, which also made a great run, and then he's dropping back, which makes him available inside the box. So the thing I do here, I get the ball with Hakimi. Okay, I feel like I don't really want to pass with Hakimi. I see Ginola makes that kind of second wave run. Ginola opening the box and fantastic finish. Makes it actually 2-0, and we actually scored against the ECL winner with 10 versus 11 men, which basically means that we're doing something good overall. Okay, another sequence Okay, so another sequence that's really good. We see it's the 40-30 minute, and in general you always want to take the last attack here. So I just actually were able to get the ball from Emre, and I wanted to take last attack, right? So the thing I want to do here is to switch it. As you see on the minimap, we have a lot of space, downsides there, but Ronaldinho, he presses me well here. The thing Emre does really good here is that he's trying to aim for the corner flag. Why? Because then he knows my team will push up, and then I need to do the offside trap. So the thing I do, you see, I need to do the offside trap, and I'm just trying to cover the space in between here. Emre does this really well. He finds the CM. He also sees that he has an open pass to Kylian Mbappe. I thought he was going to pass Dembele first there, but he didn't. And then he's just doing this very calmly, just waiting for me to bait out with the second man press there with Putellas, which he does super well. Dembele turns the right way, and in this situation it's very hard to defend, and Emre makes it 2-1 in this game. So that was a very poor kind of defending for me. I shouldn't really give the ball away that easy, but Emre is doing this very well with the press, and it's a really good goal from him. Okay, so once again you see my team is quite open. I think this was mainly because I was playing, of course, 10 versus 11. I am a bit sloppy here with Valverde, and the thing that Emre is doing perfectly fine here, which makes him score the equalizer, is that he does the ball roll into to the Trivela, basically from the inside of the pitch, and I mean in general that's a very good finish. So overall, good goal and a bit sloppy by me. And if you lose possession against these kind of top players, you will be punished straight away, which basically happened to me. Okay, so I'm actually going to show you a clip right off the kickoff as well. I do this well, I'm just switching it, but also I see here Emre is putting some very good pressure, because in general I think Emre's strongest point is putting pressure on his opponent, and I'm trying to play it to Varane, and then I'm trying to switch. The thing he does well here though is that he's also switching to Dino, but he already made a tackle with Kylian Mbappe. So he makes me cause an error very early in build-up, which makes him have a great opportunity of scoring. The thing he does there that's really good is that, okay, I expect him to go byline, which he basically fakes, so he has plenty of space to do whatever he wants to do here, and then he's just waiting for me to step on him. He takes the space, and in general, I think Van der Sar should be saving this one. I wasn't clearly happy with my goalkeeper there, but in the end of the day, very good from Emre, as I said, putting very good pressure, and in general, it was quite hard to defend, basically against him, when it's 10 versus 11, right? So he did this really well. And I mean, I think we're going to continue with this kind of route as we were talking about before. Me, in general, lost a bit of easy possession here. Emre is very good continuing down the wing, because in this game you want to continue down the wing, then cut the ball back inside. Here I wanted to be on him a bit more. He does this really well with the left stick, and then a fantastic skill move to create the angle, and scores to make it 4-2. And I think 99% of you guys that are watching this video thought that it was over, but clearly it's not. That's all I can say. So we are actually going to have a great counter-attack here. I will actually pause it back once more. Yes, so we're going to have a great counter-attacking option here. You see that I'm trying to be on Emre, and I'm putting some good pressure. I already sent Kylian Mbappe here, and this is a perfect opportunity to actually play him in behind when he has the space. So I play to Mia Ham. I see, okay, Kylian Mbappe, plenty of space. You see that Emre hasn't still switched to Van Dijk, which he needs to do in this situation, in my opinion. And Ham plays it in behind. Okay, here we have plenty of space to work with. I could have crossed it to Ginola as well, who made a great run. But the thing I did, I'm doing the step over, and then actually basically choosing which direction I want to go in. And in this case, I wanted to go towards goal. And Emre makes a pretty silly error here. I thought that this could also be a red card in general, but it wasn't. And Alexia Putellas was going to slot this into the back of the net, top right corner, and it's 4-3, and we're basically back in the game. I mean, just one goal, you know how FIFA is. You just need a bounce back, and then you're back into the game. So this was, I mean, an important goal for us, and in general, it was going to be a few more goals in this game. That's all I can say. Okay, so here I wanted to show a bit of a longer sequence. You see Emre is doing this really, really well. In general, Emre is so good in these small, tight spaces. And you see, now when I'm trying to actually go on him, he does this so well. He finds Dino, and here I need to be on him. I was with Van Dijk, which is perfect, but here I'm trying to send the runners. So, the thing I do, I play a double tap pass into Neymar. After this, I'm trying to find Putellas, and then here, I'm just trying to send as many players as you possibly can see here. So you see, I'm sending Llorente. He's making that run in behind. Emre needs to cover this soon, or he needs to go on me. The thing I do here for myself is that I'm buying myself time. I can basically do whatever I want, because you see, he's covering the run of Llorente, which makes me get more space. So the thing I want to do again, I see Putellas made a great run there, and I also see Miyaham is making this run upwards left, and one of his center backs is already out of position, because he tried to be on me with Van Dijk there. So the thing I do, I try to find Miyaham. In here, I mean, this shouldn't really be going in, but in the end of the day, it's green timed. Miyaham makes it 4-4, and we're back into the game. And I mean, we scored 3 goals against the current ECHAMPIONS League winner, 11 versus 10 men, which is a very, very good accomplishment. So we're doing some good stuff at the moment, and it was going to be a pretty exciting game from now on. Okay, so defending by the later stages of the game, I needed to be on him, which I am, and now I see, okay, it's the 89th minute. I want to take the last attack, just to be sure that I will have the last attack. The thing I do here, though, is that I do a very, very good play lock with Ham going into the wing, and here, I take a bit of a longer touch than Emre does as well. He needs to be on me, and he actually steps on me. The thing, though, I see now, it's 1 extra minute, and I still have the time to cut this back. So I cut it back, I try to find a CM. From here, you see that Miyaham is making a kind of this comeback run. It's actually Putellas, my bad, into the box. But I see Neymar. He has some space. And here, I was like, okay, should I do it? Should I not do it? And here, I do a perfect skill move. I didn't mean to do this, by the way. But this is the Waka Waka. And in general, this was the perfect skill move here. Look how Neymar just sells Hakimi. And in this case, I should just try to time it for post. The thing Emre does super well here, though, is that he's reading the extra pass. I don't have anyone to pass to. I mean, I could drop it back to Ham and then to Putellas, but in general, I should be shooting from here. The thing though, Emre knows me very, very well, and he knows that I like to do an extra pass, so the thing I do, I'm trying to find Miyaham on the back, which, I mean, that was a pretty good auto block. Here again, if I green time this is probably a goal, but then again, I just ended that shot with not even timing it. And here, I tried to really cook Hakimi, even though I really couldn't. I was super close, and I think in general, that could have been a pen. I'm not sure, I'm a bit biased maybe. But in general, this game was going to end 4-4 after full time, and we were going in to extra time. The first chance in extra time was going to go to Emre. Now you see that my follow button, because I was streaming on Twitch, right? But now, after this, you will manage to see it's the 100th minute, and Emre has a very, very good chance, because these kind of chances, when you're, I guess, ahead of the fullback, he's ahead of my Llorente here, is perfect, because he could either play, as you see here, Vini at the first post, or he can actually drop it to Mbappé, that's in between my Putellas and Valverde now. The thing Emre does here, though, is that he keeps on taking his space, which is perfect. He sees that I'm not really covering Mbappé, so this is a perfect pass. Emre also sees that if he shoots, it's probably going to be blocked, because I have both my center backs in front. The thing he does, though, he does the extra pass, which is perfect in this case, and makes it 5-4. And overall, a really, really good goal from Emre. Here we have the 104th minute. I'm trying to go forward very, very hard, of course, playing versus 10 versus 11 men for basically the whole game since minute 15, when that wasn't really a red card either, but we shouldn't really complain about that. Emre does this super, super well. He sees that I have my Van Dijk out of position. So the thing he does, he sees Mbappé on the first post, and he basically finds Mbappé. From here, he can do whatever he wants to. He can either do the Ollelito special in this case, which is the La Croqueta shot around the keeper, or he just passes it to Neymar. The thing he does, he passes it to Neymar, easy finish. I think Van der Sar could have done better there, to be honest, but Emre manages to make it 6-4, and it was only 15 minutes left of this game. So, you see, we're pressing on. Emre has so much space here to work with, and in general, Emre is doing this super, super well. He sees that, I mean, this was a bit unlucky. I didn't think he wanted to pause here. The thing Emre does really well here, though, is that he's doing the shot cancel skill move, which basically makes the keeper fall to the ground, as you see. And I mean, after this, he has an open net, and he slots it home, and it's 7-4, and the game was basically dead here. Emre did that really, really well. I mean, when you have this kind of 1v1 chance there with anyone really on the pitch, if you learn how to do the shot cancel on this game, it's fantastic. You basically need to press circle and then hold in L1, R1. But we were not going to give up. I see Emre is not really controlling Van Dijk properly, and I see here I have plenty of space to work with. I also see that he is moving his keeper to the far post, and Ham has the power shot trait. So I was like, okay, let me try a power shot. I think that's red timed, but Ham makes it 7-5, and we still had a small chance of winning this game. And I mean, in the end of the day now, you can just see Emre playing it out really, really well. I mean, he's been in these situations before, clearly. But in the end of the day, it's also very, very hard when I'm playing with 10 versus 11 men from the 15th minute. And I mean, when you play against these types of players, playing versus, you know, Emre, who is a phenomenal player, is very, very hard. So this game was going to end 7-5 actually. GG to Emre, fantastic player. And overall, I think the score would have been different if we were to play 11 versus 11. But he did very, very well to close the game out. So, thank you so much for watching. GG to Emre. He played fantastic, and overall a fantastic player and fantastic person as well. So, I wish him all the best for the upcoming season. Hopefully we have more battles in the future. As I said, if it were to be 11 versus 11, I think the score would have been a bit different. I thought I was playing really, really well. Up to that red card, of course, which basically changes the game. But that's the game for now. Hopefully they patch it sooner rather than later. Let me know if you like this kind of videos, and if you want me to do more of these videos. Which pro player should I play next? Let me know down in the comments who you really want me to play and analyze the game versus. And as I said, I really, really hope you like this video, because in this kind of episodes I'm trying to teach you how to play FIFA in the best possible way and what to do in different kind of situations. So leave a like, don't forget to subscribe, and comment something nice down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Peace.